pleasure to be with you here today. Ton of hot topics for this particular track session. Obviously, forefront on everyone's mind is COVID-19 and how utilities are responding to this pandemic, how they keep their employees safe, how they keep their customers safe, and more importantly, how they operate in this type of environment where many of the processes that we've worked in required face-to-face communication, not only with our colleagues, but with our customers. So that's a big issue within the utility space today. But that's not the only, there's quite a few more. As we speak here today, we've had 3 named tropical storms already early in the hurricane season. So utilities have and are constantly looking at how they respond to natural disasters like that. We've got a number of issues with wildfires on the West Coast that require a lot of preparation and planning. So there's a lot of topics that are going to be discussed at the conference this year within this track that really are critical operational issues that need to be dealt with.
Yeah, well, let's hope we get some good abstracts on all of those topics. I'm sure that we will, because this is really what utilities are dealing with today. What do you think will be an important issue or innovation to discuss in this track?
Yeah, I think considering the issues that we just talked about, I think there's a need for utilities to understand how they can conduct operations using data, probably more than face-to-face communication. So topics like using remote sensing data to understand the current condition of the grid, how they can communicate and operate in a fairly remote type sense would be important. So how to analyze data to understand where their highest risks are along their network and prepare resiliency plans to take care of those risks. I think those are going to be the hot topics. So a lot of data-oriented and operational-oriented discussion, I believe, this year.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. If you could design like your dream panel for this track, what would that look like? What topics, what utilities, or who would be part of that? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think attendees for DISTRIBUTECH love to hear utilities speak about practical answers to problems that others are having. So a utility panel that would have a new technology, a new innovation that they've applied to some of the issues that we discussed, I think would be really well accepted and well attended and very interesting to the attendees. So I just love those practical examples of how problems are solved. And so coming directly from a utility company, that would be just awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will urge them to submit all their innovative ideas, and they're coming up with lots of different ways to handle the situation that they're in right now. So awesome. So anything else you want to add on resiliency planning and prep for this next year at DTEC?
Well, I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to reconnecting with a lot of my colleagues from the industry and hearing a lot of the innovation that is being driven from some of the latest issues that we've had across the country. I think obviously when we have problems, the industry steps up with innovative solutions, and I think this year's not going to be any different than previous, maybe even more so, because there's a need for it. There's a need to keep our employees safe and keep the lights on, keep our customers safe, and I think that's going to drive a lot of the innovation that we see in the marketplace, and utilities are going to be forefront in that and trying to understand how to better use technology innovation to solve those type of problems.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me today, Scott.
You're welcome. Thanks, Jen.